So we're just approaching the main part of Adam's calendar now. I came here obviously in 2011 on the Megalithomania tour, but it's going to be fascinating to come here again actually. It's quite a powerful site. It's quite an amazing site, and I think Michael may be onto something. It does seem like it's a very ancient stone circle.
Okay, and so basically the setting sun is the indicator here. Those two stones there, the sun sets there on the winter solstice and cuts across here. So just recently we had that on the 20th, 21st or whatever of June. The sun set right between those two stones. It cuts across here and casts a shadow on that edge. The shadow hits the rock there. So the shadow moves across. So you can tell every day of the year by the shadow on that rock where you are. Now this is interesting because you can see this rock was carved out. So it's as if they planted it in place based on the summer solstice, because that's accurate, that's natural, and then they carved this out to fit the winter solstice. Because otherwise, why would this be carved out? This is clearly, you know, cleared out here.
Yeah, this will cast its shadow, so it's really about what the shadow looks like
As well,
when it's cast onto the rock.
And on the equinox, where the stone man was right there, I don't know if you got that. The stone man was in that hole over there, and aligned with the equinox. So, as the sun sets over there, at this pointy stone casts a shadow right in the middle here. So this pointy stone starts to grow up, and it goes higher and higher until eventually the sun sets, and you got the shadow of that pointy stone there. On the sunrise, when this Horus stone was up, as the sun rose, the profile of the Horus stone would have hit this first rock over here. If you lift this up, it's actually about 3 meters. If you lift this up, you got a beautiful fat belly bird-shaped stone, almost like the Zimbabwe bird once again. And if that was in the ground, up say a meter deep, and I mean, you know what caught out? This I discovered by accident, because this was covered by soil up to here. We didn't know that it had a head, and we came here one morning early, and we started removing the soil from here. I went, oh my God, it's got a head and a beak.
So Phil Callahan's work shows that as soon as you stand the rock up, it creates a totally different field.
Yes.
And so I'm all for like reconstructing it. Using your mouth as a resonator.
So here now at Adam's calendar, near Waterfall Boven, not too far from there, maybe 45 minutes. Just down on the ridge here, there's these 4 great megaliths, which seem to have marked and could have recorded the precession of the equinoxes, and they would have created shadows and alignments and a whole bunch of stuff. And there's a new discovery's been made of this strange metal object that someone found, so that's pretty interesting too. So still discoveries being made here, so can't really deny it being an authentic stone circle just yet. The jury's still out, of course, but it's definitely compelling nonetheless. So these recumbent stones behind me, these actually could have been along the whole edge here, facing east, so they would have recorded the different sunrises and possibly moonrises throughout the year. And even as John Martineau points out, possibly the precession of the equinoxes, because of a really clear east-west and north-south alignment with plenty of back sites to actually be able to use this as an efficient kind of very long-term calendar system. It almost would have been the perfect spot, he thinks, and almost the perfect design, even though it's pretty badly ruined. If you were to reconstruct it, everything they feel would fall right into place. So it's fascinating that these insights are coming out about Adam's calendar. There's been a lot of controversy about it, and so it's good that there's some more experts with different fields of expertise are actually here to actually try and decode what was going on here at Adam's calendar.